Hi, everyone. I'm Bulbasaur Power 18,
When cold,
and today
cruel
we are
destiny
playing
has thee within
Without
her
a Voice.
grasp, thou may endeavor bravely, dear, to change thy path. But fate cares not which twisted road you choose to take. Your dance atop her palm, with airy choice you make.
Oh dear, run out of firewood. Only I'd noticed yesterday. This has caught me quite unawares. The next shipment isn't due for a little while yet. But I cannot wait. I won't be able to cook or do laundry without a fire. No one will come in anyway. My brother's agents never enter. And no one else travels this deep into the wood. As I thought. Firewood isn't just lying on the ground just waiting to be picked up. For now, then, I shall return to my favorite place. It always brings me peace. That place holds some magic I've always felt. I'm sure I shall be able to think of something once I'm there. Hmm. Why, you're as radiant as ever. I don't know much about wisteria. Are they meant to stay in bloom year-round? Perhaps the winters here are mild. Wisteria shall wither not when flakes of winter fall, yet all must someday perish, while heeding nature's call.
But nature wields not power o'er us all. My apologies for interrupting your poem, madam.
It was only a couplet. You did not interrupt so much as improve it.
Oh? Then all the better. But it is not safe to be so deep in the wood. Tarry not.
I live here. It is quite safe, I assure you.
I dare say I have lived here much longer than you have.
No harm has ever come to me in these woods. Perhaps our experiences merely differ.
Certainly. I concede your point.
You say you live here?
I do.
I have never seen you. I'm quite sure of it. I would remember someone like you. Whereabouts do you live? If you don't mind my asking.
Hardly a stone's throw from where we now stand.
I envy your view of this lovely place.
Do not envy me.
Oh, where are my manners? My name is Cassidy. I, too, live nearby.
You may call me Elowen.
Elowen.
Besides, I was already aware that you live nearby.
What? How?
I have seen you before, albeit from a distance. You come here often.
Oh dear. I must have been making a complete fool of myself. I am sorry that you've had to witness that.
So what brings you back to this place?
I wanted to calm myself.
Calm yourself? What for? What could possibly cause you distress?
Many things! I'll have you know that at this very minute, I am on a mission that might mean the difference between life and death.
Oh, and yet you dally here. What could this mission involve, pray tell?
I see my presence is not wanted here. I shall return to my search forthwith.
I see I have offended milady. No offense was meant, I can assure.
Really?
Truly, I would never wish to cause you pain. Tell me of your mission.
I have run out of firewood.
Allow me to be of service.
Oh no, I couldn't possibly impose.
Please. This tree suffers so much every time you shed your tears in frustration upon it. If you wrap these smaller branches together, they shall burn just fine.
I see. Oh, I am certainly glad not to have to chop down a whole tree. I was worried about that.
Yes. Once felled, a tree can never rise again. Take of them their fruit, their branches, but spare them their roots and lifeblood.
Lifeblood?
This forest is quite old, you know. I wish it would stay forever this way, but man has trouble leaving things be.
We humans are meddlesome things, aren't we? You truly love this forest.
Yes. In fact, I feel that I am part of it, and it is... It seems that you've gathered plenty of wood now. Surely that will be enough?
Ah, you're right!
Then...
Excuse me, Miss Elowen?
yes?
Might I... That is, might we meet again? You've no idea how happy I am to meet another person living in this wood. And a woman at that.
I was about to suggest the same. You might find me in this area most afternoons.
I see! Then, until tomorrow.
Would that we meet so soon, my lady.
I hope I am not a bother to her.
And are by naught satisfied.
I never sound quite myself in these letters. How do you write from a distance to one whom you once saw daily? And how do you write anything at all when your life has grown so... so dull? No, that won't do at all. How unbecoming. I wonder what Elowen is doing at this very moment. Perhaps I'll even stumble across where she lives today. Wouldn't it be exciting to surprise her at her home? How lovely it is today. Hardly a cloud in the sky. Hello, dear tree. You are looking as lovely as ever today. Though a certain someone sits not beneath your boughs this afternoon. Hmm. I can't suppose that Elowen lives in a tree house, does she?
Certainly not.
Oh!
Careful.
Thank goodness you arrived when you did. Though, truth be told, if you hadn't startled me so, I would not have fallen.
Is that so? I shall endeavor to be less frightening in the future, then.
I don't understand what you mean. I certainly don't think you're frightening.
Oh, your earlier words seem to suggest otherwise.
I was merely... Oh, never mind.
How confusing you are.
Still, how curious it is for us to be meeting here again.
You come here often? I live nearby. What is curious about it?
I'm merely saying that it is serendipitous. It must be fate.
Fate has nothing to do with it, I assure you.
But it's so much more romantic to think of it as fate.
I can think of nothing less romantic than fate.
Hmm?
Perhaps this is something not yet possible for you to understand.
Don't speak as though you're much older and wiser than me. How old are you, anyway?
How old do you think?
Older than I first thought, perhaps.
A wise answer. The sun will be setting soon, and it will grow colder. Perhaps you should...
Would you like to come to my cottage?
Is that... wise?
Whatever do you mean?
How can you extend such an invitation to one such as me, whom you hardly know? You are entirely too trusting.
I'm surprised at you. Two solitary women ought to stick together out in these wilds. Besides, who else have I to invite? That is, I sometimes feel quite lonely out here. Don't you?
Loneliness, then. I see. Very well. I will take you up on your offer. Is this where you live?
Yes.
It's charming.
Oh, thank you. I wish I could take more credit for that. The house was here long before I arrived. Even the furniture is not truly my own.
Still, it suits you.
Thank you. It's not so bad. I don't have anyone to tell me what to do, or where to go. I have a freedom now that I'd never known before.
Perhaps. But sometimes I believe that being tied down to something is easier. If you don't realize you're being strangled, it's just a pleasant, lightheaded feeling.
I don't really understand.
It's all right if you don't.
Oh, that's a book my brother sent to me. I get so frightfully bored here that these books have become my sanctuary. I'm expecting a new shipment soon.
Your brother? Your brother is far away from here.
Yes.
Is it beautiful? The place where you once both lived?
I have not once seen its equal.
More beautiful than this cottage prison of yours?
Things are complicated. It is not as clear-cut as you seem to believe.
Undoubtedly. The affairs of men oft are. However, all that I need to know is that he is there, and you are here. That he is responsible for that difference can be inferred quite easily.
You are a fast reader to be able to jump to such conclusions so swiftly. I am not unhappy here, Elowen.
Can you say that, truly? With an unclouded heart? It has gotten dark.
Oh my! How rude of me. I have not offered you tea or any refreshment.
Do not trouble yourself on my account. I must away. I did not mean to impose for so long.
Oh, you are hardly an imposition.
You are kind. And good. Kind and good things do not survive long in a world such as ours. Without wisdom or experience, storms shall ill-weathered be. But when you are nearby, dear one, no storms can bother me.
Oh dear. Was I revising for so long? Silly me. I have hardly moved all day. That is no good.
Princess?
You surprised me, Elowen. I am no princess, you know.
Is that so? You seem like one to me. There is an envelope under the door.
Oh, yes. Do leave it there. It's outgoing.
Outgoing? May I come in?
Oh, of course! I'm so sorry. I should have invited you sooner. I was so taken aback, you see.
I did not mean to surprise you so.
It's all right. A happy surprise. I am so glad to see you. Is everything quite all right?
Why do you ask?
You seem somewhat reserved. That is more than usual.
That letter.
Hmm?
You said it was outgoing. Is that the letter you wrote your brother?
Oh, yes. If I leave the letters there, someone will come collect it.
Someone? How can that be? You do not go into town to have your mail delivered?
You see, though I live alone, I am well taken care of. My brother provides everything. Every fortnight or so, his agents deliver food and supplies to me. Someone is around to collect my outgoing letters once or twice a day. I only ever send my brother letters, of course.
I was not wrong when I said this place was like a jail. Why do you live here alone, when he clearly has enough resources to take care of you?
I am here for my own safety. When you called me princess earlier, you were not far off the mark. I once was a princess, though I am no longer. After my father, the king's death, I was to inherit the throne. But our barons in Parliament voted no confidence. Worse, I was then handed trumped-up charges of treason. I very well could have been executed. Instead, my younger brother intervened on my behalf.
So, you are.
Alive. In exile, but alive. It's not so terrible. This cottage is lovely. It is a good thing to be among nature like this.
How can you be so positive?
What?
You speak so fondly of your brother, when he is the one who exiled you, who left you here to rot in isolation.
It's not like that, Elowen.
What part of what I said is false? Tell me.
It's not that simple. It is not Alexander's fault.
As a result of your dear Alexander's intervention, you were exiled, were you not? Who's to say he was not responsible for the unfavorable vote in the first place?
Why would he do that? What would he have to gain? It is not my brother's fault. He could have let them kill me, but I am alive thanks to him.
I've previously stated my belief that you are kind and good. I have now revised my opinion. You are a blind fool. As I am mute, you are blind. Altogether too blind to the selfish ways of the world.
What is your meaning?
It is nothing. Believe in your brother all you wish, but you cannot deny that there is a truth to what I've said. Good night, princess.
I am princess no longer. Mock me not, I beg you.
There is a treasure that can't be bought, no matter how long it may be sought. It is something priceless, yet free. I speak, of course, of an apology.